Hey, what's up guys, DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today we are going to be looking at the brand new SR free-to-play Camie, and I also wanted to take this opportunity to look at the SR Yaoyorozu, who I would rate as one of the top SRs, a very, very good pick for your SR orbs if you have not used those yet. And so I threw them both on a team together, and we are actually going to take on the hard stage of the brand new event with the provisional licensing combat training. So before we get into the events, I obviously have to pick a character. We're going to take a look at these SR characters. And there they are. I do already have them on a team, and I've already picked out the memories I want to use for them. The memories I have picked out mainly just fill up their plus ultra meter because I want to be able to see those as soon as possible, and I'm excited to see them. Now, one important thing to note is that we do not have type advantage in this battle, so all the damage you'll be seeing is without type advantage. And I think that's a good way to look at the characters when you're first trying to see what they can do. You don't want to boost their stats too much. However, you are getting a bonus with Camie for doing this event, because she is part of the event. So let's take a quick look at the character skills for Camie and the character skills for Yaoyorozu. I just threw Asui on there and the other SRs just kind of for fun. I don't know if I'd rate them towards the top, but I would definitely say Camie and this Yaoyorozu are like top tier SRs. And I really, I'm surprised that I'm saying that because this is a free to play SR, and I think just looking at her skills, I have not used her yet, but looking at her skills on paper, she looks so good. Like, amazing. Okay, so you can see the event bonus. It's going to increase the items obtained from the quest by 10%. Woo. I mean, that's good when we're trying to get those tickets for the lottery and so on. Her plus ultra move is called Phantasmic Kick, and it deals 450% damage to a single opponent, high chance of charming the opponent for 3 turns, and also decreases the opponent's skill impact by 15% for 3 turns. So her dealing 450% damage, it's not like super amazing because, you know, URs do 600 to 700%, but 450% for SR is pretty good. And then you also have to remember this Phantasmic Kick. I do not actually have her board all the way done. I just have done her board up to stage 5 because I used the stage or alpha orb on it. And I'm waiting to get the second orb, which you get later on. I think it's in the 12th rotation of the lottery. So make sure you don't go and spend any items to level up this Camie's ability board, because you can get 2 orbs, one for board 1 through 4 and then one for board 5 through 9 if you just go through and complete the event and do the lottery. So anyways, going back to her plus ultra move, this is only level 2, it's not fully leveled up yet, so that could raise, I believe it would raise the damage to 500%, and then it might increase the amount of decreasing, it's hard to say, it might increase the amount that she's going to decrease the opponent's skill impact, so it might go from 15% to 20%. I'm not exactly sure. We'll see when we get there. But I did want to do this showcase because I do have her piece board completely done, and I'm excited to see what she can do at level 90. Alright, and then her first action skill is called It's Too Cute. It has a low chance of charming all opponents for 3 turns. It also increases the plus ultra gauge of all allies by 15%. So you can see why I brought the support items, or the support memories rather, for filling up my plus ultra gauge in hopes that after turn 1, if I don't already have a plus ultra turn 1, that this will fill it up the rest of the way using her move. So we're going to see if that happens. She also has the action skill Super Delightful, which decreases defense of a single opponent by 20% for 3 turns, and a low chance of confusing the opponent for 2 turns if they are charmed. Confusion, not one of the best things in this game, you know, burn or frostbite or other things are a lot better, but it's still something. And then here's the main part of this ability that's really important. She has a medium chance of charming the opponent for 3 turns, which is really good. And then she has her passive auto skills. Her first one is Trendy Words. It decreases the speed of all opponents by 10% for 4 turns when the battle starts. That right there I think is an amazing skill. I think that would be really good in PvP. I don't know how well it would work at the higher tiers. Like, I am top 1 right now, or top 2. So I don't know how viable an SR is up in top 2. Maybe I'll try a video where I take all SRs in the top 2 and see how it goes. And for those of you who don't know, top 2 is just 3 down from Legend. So at the time of this video, we're about 6 days out from the end of the season for the Ultra Arena. I'm trying to get to Legend before then. Don't know if I'll do it. But if I do it, maybe I'll do an SR video where I take all SRs into the Ultra Arena and see how it goes. Alright, and then her other auto skill is Super Carefree. Once per battle, increases plus Ultra Gauge of all allies by 20% and regenerates their HP by 10% for 3 turns when character's own HP is below 50%. So she also can raise plus Ultra this way, and she's going to heal her allies. Those are all really good abilities. You can see I don't have any EX auto skills on here, so this will be just a pure showcase of Camie. And then the other character, like I said, that I wanted to just take a quick look over, not really the main point of this video, but kind of a plus because I really like this character. I think this character is really good for an SR character, and that would be this Yaoyorozu. Her plus ultra move is Big Boom. It deals 500% damage to a single opponent. It's the cannon. And it also increases power of all allies by 25% for 3 turns. So you got, with the combination of Camie and Yaoyorozu, they're going to be charming, they're going to be healing, they're going to be raising plus ultras, and they're going to be increasing the power of allies. That's a lot of buffs to your team. Those are really good. Alright, and then her first action skill is, I'm going to butcher this, but Matryoshka. That's probably so bad. But she deals 200% damage to all opponents. Also decreases the power of opponents by 15% for 3 turns when used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain. So we want to make sure we use this after we've used Camie's skill. But that is also a good debuff to put on the enemy. A lot of buffs and debuffs that you see coming through with these 2 characters. I think that's really the basis for a good character in this game so far. And then her other action skill is Expect the Unexpected. This is a really cool action skill because it gives the character the ability to cover the allies for 2 turns, so she's the only one that can be targeted. And then on top of that, it's going to increase the character's defense by 25% for 2 turns. But that's not it. If you go down a little bit further, you have her Clear-Headed, which increases max HP of all ally and type characters by 20%, including herself. So she's going to raise her defense, and she's going to raise her HP. And then with the other auto skill with Heart and Soul, she's going to reduce damage to character by 30% when covering allies. So she's going to reduce damage by another 30%. So she's reducing damage by 55% and raising her HP by 20%, making her a really good tank, surprisingly good for an SR. So that's why I would recommend, if you haven't used your SR orbs yet, this is the character to use them on. Really, really good character. And I'm not going to go over the Asui or the oh man, why can't I remember? Eraser. Oh man, great part. Eraser or the Uraraka. I'm not going to go over them right now, but if you want to see a video on them, if you want me to cover them or talk about these SRs, let me know. I know SRs aren't talked a lot about in the community. I would love to do more SR videos, especially for those people who aren't able to get all the URs they want. And I would love to talk about what the best SRs are to use in the game right now. Alright, so without further ado, let's hop in and see if we can beat this. This is my first try. I've not attempted it before this video. We could very well lose, but I don't expect it with these characters. Even without a type advantage, I think they will be very, very good. Okay, so like I said, we're going to use Camie's ability here that has a low chance to charm, and it does hit all enemies. We are only going against one enemy, unfortunately. And then we're going to use Yaoyorozu's because you want to use it second in a skill chain. And then we're going to use Asui's Camouflage to raise her critical hit. I love the move, it's so funny. I can't get over that move. How seductive it is. Oh, and like you see, we raised the plus ultra gauge by 15% with Camie, and we have all plus ultras turn 2, so we are going to just hop in and use those plus ultras and see the damage we can do, and then we'll start our next skill chain after that. So before we get to using the guest, I want to see what just these characters can do. So we'll use just these SRs. And start. You know, not anything super crazy, but we did charm him. We charmed him. Okay, let's see if we can get some defense down. Okay, skill impact down. Alright, yep, skill impact is down too. Speed down. A lot of debuffs on him if you look at Todoroki right now. And defense down. Okay, so he has speed down, attack down, he's charmed, he has skill impact down, and defense down. All of those debuffs are on Todoroki right now. That's looking pretty dang good. Okay, now we're going to cover our allies because Asui and Camie are starting to take hits. And we are also going to use our guest. Actually, no, let's wait. We'll do that on a separate turn. So let's just see what these guys can do right now. I don't know why sometimes it only gives you 2 skill chains like that. I don't know if that's a bug or by design. It's kind of weird. Instead of giving me the 3rd skill chain. But that's okay. Alright. And now, with all those debuffs on him, we'll use the Kiroshima and see what he can do with all those debuffs. 2 defense downs, keep in mind, on this Todoroki. $38,000, that's pretty good damage. Alright, and as you can see, Todoroki can only target Yaoyorozu, and she is tanking really, really well. And now, unfortunately, we do just have to wait to get our abilities back. And I'm going to wait so we can skill chain. We're not going to use that yet. We should have a full skill chain next turn. Hopefully he doesn't attack Asui, and he does. We might lose Asui here. That's alright though, because that's not the character we came here to see. This new Todoroki's animation is so cool too. I'll be doing another video on this strength Todoroki, so make sure you watch that. Alright, yep, let's just debuff you, we'll charm you, and yep, I think this one decreases your power, yep. So a lot of debuffs. Here we go. I'm sorry, I can't not laugh at that. That is just such a funny ability. What does she really do besides just mist her opponents? This is a hero. Oh man. All the boys out there be like, she can save me any day. Alright. Let's use their plus ultras and see what these two can do. $4,000 damage. Not amazing damage, but like I said, this character is definitely more of a support unit. I would say a very solid support unit for an SR. And I imagine that once you get her ability board fully leveled up, because this is an SR, she will become a very viable character. She'll do decent damage at that point. Alright. And we'll use Eraser's ability here. We'll make Yaoyorozu the only target. Ah, and we charmed him! Dubs. Go, Eraser. Go, Aizawa. Alright, and we will finish him in this next turn. We cut it a little bit close, almost hit the max turns, but this is, remember, an all SR team, so this is pretty dang good for an SR team, and we're taking it on the second to hardest difficulty in this event. And the hardest difficulty is hard to even beat with a full UR team in one go. And Camie gets to finish it off! Such an interesting character. It's interesting that they decided to bring this character out before they bring out other characters like the Invisible Girl. I would love to see a card with that. I'd be interested. Are they just going to put clothes on a card? Or, you know, all the different heroes in Class 1A that they haven't even showcased yet. The belly button beam character, oh my gosh, I can't even remember his name. All I remember is Sparkle. But there's so many other characters they could bring out, and they chose to bring out Camie looking all seductive. I don't know if this is what people wanted or what people asked for, but this is what you got. And you know what? For what this character is sick. I think this character turned out really well for an SR. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Peace.